Hello guys, welcome to the channel, and welcome to my Minecraft world. I guess first off, introductions. Welcome, I guess technically welcome back. This is technically an old channel, uh, but then I quit it, transferred everything to a new channel, which that flopped, and here we are. So we're reviving the original channel. Wait, hold on. Really? I'm gonna have to fix my pants. See, look, they're not all the way around. I thought they were. I'm gonna have to fix that now. Dang it. Alright, well, I will go in and fix my pants at a later date. Anyway, um, point is, welcome to the world. We are here in Minecraft Java Edition 1.15.2. And this is my world. I actually haven't been working on this world for all that long. It hasn't been all that long, but I have been working on it for a little while. As you can see, I've got a castle built up behind me. It's a very small castle, but it's a castle nonetheless, and I've got a village. And so today we're going to be taking a look at the world, and we're going to be starting off this brand new series as a world building series. Now, one thing I do want to mention about this channel is, at least for the most part, it is completely casual. I am only recording whenever I play games, and I'm only uploading whenever I have something to upload. That's the end of the story. It's completely and totally casual. I'm not saying it for y'all's benefit, I'm saying that for my benefit, because I'm not going to get roped into it like I did last time I did YouTube. So anyway, let's get on to it and check out the builds that I've got going on in this world. So what I plan on doing on this series, first we're going to do a world tour, and then we're going to do, after we've done a world tour, we're going to do a big, fat series of me making this world happen. Like, continuing to build it, basically. So, let's go ahead and get right on into it. Okay, so the first build that I want to take a look at is my castle. Now, and it's getting nighttime. Great. So it's a little hard to see my castle from, with the trees in the way from the ground back here. Over there, there's a great view of the castle from the other side of the river over there. This is not the first build that I did in this world, but this is the build we're starting with because there's a bed in it and it's getting nighttime, and it's also the very beginning. So it's got these stairs going up to it. It's really, really cool. I did a whole bunch of detailing. This is the first time in this world that I've done stuff with... Oh, and I've got it real quick. I've got it in peaceful mode for this video. Usually I don't have it in peaceful mode, but I've got it in peaceful mode for this video just so that we don't have to worry about that, any mob problems as we're, just kind of going on a tour. But, basically, so this castle here, and actually before we, turn it to day by sleeping, we're going to check out that hut over there anyway. But this castle here, it's not the first building in the world, but it is this world. Is the first time I've ever done this. As you can see, this wall here is not just stone bricks. It's got some andesite and some cobblestone and some stone and that kind of stuff mixed, and some diorite up there and mixed within it, texturing walls. It makes things look so much better. The floors also are something, as you can see down there with the path, that I'll be doing a whole lot of that on this world. And it's the first world that I've ever done that with. So, real quick, let's just take a look into the castle, and then we'll move on to the rest of the world. I'm trying to get through this real quick today. I don't want this video to be crazy long. So this castle has a bit of a courtyard, and a staircase going up. It's just got, I don't know what I'm going to use this for, some like villager, servant quarters or something along there. We've got the Great Hall. Most of the interiors of this city have not been detailed, but we've got the Great Hall up over here. And in here we've got just a... I'm not sure what this room is yet. Coming up here, we have this little pathway, this kind of covered area that goes over to one of the towers. There are, I believe, 3 towers. Yeah, there's 3 towers. 2 of them are in the front, and 1 of them is in the back over here. So coming in here just real quick, this is the way to get to the 3rd tower, which is the biggest tower. This is the kind of stairwell, and then this in here, as you could see just there, but this way is the best way to go. Oh, by the way, I have a data pack on that allows me, I have actually 2 data packs on. One allows me to change the position of things like armor stands. Well, actually just armor stands. The other one is a texture pack. You'll notice that that's acacia wood, and it's yeah. Oh, also one more quick thing. I did cheat in very few amounts of things, but I did cheat in the map room, everything in the map room. I just wanted to be able to have some place to have like a progress thing, and I also cheated in this dark prismarine. This is just a placeholder. Once the Nether update comes out, this is actually going to get replaced 100% in survival mode. And all of these blocks are going to get deleted. But this is just a placeholder because the roof is going to end up being blue. This is going to be the throne room. It's just not done yet. And it's also where my bed is currently. So if we go down here into the little stairwell, and we go down to the basement level, this is where my current base is. This is where my chest room, some armor stands with some armor is. I should put my main armor back on. There we go. Kit out with full enchanted diamond gear. I've been playing this for a little while. I've actually already beat the Ender Dragon and everything. Anyway, so if we go along here, so that's basically the whole of the castle. It's not all the way, it's not done yet by any means. None of the, I want to stress that. None of the builds in this world are done. Nothing's ever done in this world. There's always more that could be done, and an update could come out, and, ooh, I have a great idea, we could do this with that, and blah, 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 and so that's a thing. So, while it's nighttime, I just want to go ahead and check out the Mystical Hut, which you can see, honestly, a little too well from over here. We kind of need a tree or something to block off the view from over here of the Mystical Hut, but that's it right there. I'll explain the texture pack here in a little bit whenever it gets, after we sleep, but I wanted to go ahead and take a look at this in the nighttime because it's so much dang cooler. So this is the Mystical Hut. It's a little pathway off the main road. Again, I'll explain how a coarse dirt slab exists in a minute. It's because of the texture pack. But we have this like we've got like some berries and pumpkins and a little bit of netherwort tucked away here, and mushrooms. So there's weird, fantastical mushrooms growing on this twisty little road to get up here to the witch's apothecary's hut, whatever. Which actually, you know, it hasn't been, the inside hasn't been detailed, but the outside has. So the idea is this is where our, like, cleric villager is going to live or whatever. This is where our brewing stand and cauldrons and some, all kinds of potion brewing stuff is going to happen in here. It's not, I haven't done anything in there quite yet, but that's where everything's going to happen. So the idea is this area around here, I've done up with, like, a netherwort, a little netherwort garden out here, and some pumpkins and, some berry bushes and herbs and things like these lilac bushes or something. I don't remember exactly what they are. They're supposed to be like herb bushes of some kind. And like these pumpkins, same thing. They're supposed to like be some sort of weird growing thing. And same with the just netherwort and these mushrooms. And that's just kind of the idea behind that, is that it's a little kind of mystical, a mystical hut. So now let's go ahead and turn it to day, and real quick, as we take a look through the rest of the city, not everything currently has a purpose. Like, there are, buildings, like a lot of these buildings, there is no purpose to them. What are you? Oh, we got our cartographer. Where is our cartography table anyway? Huh. Anyway, but a lot of these buildings don't have a purpose. So, but let's really quickly go through a handful of things involving the texture pack. First of all, this is diorite. Like regular, mine it out of the ground diorite. That's the biggest reason why I put this texture pack on. Also, as you saw, acacia wood is a slightly different color. These are actually petrified oak slabs. Now I have another data pack on. I said I had 2 data packs, one for the armor stands. The other data pack is to make these craftable using a slab crafting recipe using coarse dirt to make what is essentially a quote-unquote coarse dirt slab, even though it really isn't. Moving along, we have this street here. This is honestly the second street that I've gotten the most of the way finished, and it is also, I'd say, the most detailed street in the in the world right now. It's got all sorts of barrels and everything and houses. I built this little well as well. There's also going to be a little bit of an area where you can kind of see in to this area back here, which I haven't done up yet because I don't know what this building is going to be. But moving along, this street is super well detailed and everything, and we will move along here. Down this street, we have a couple more buildings. This street is pretty much ready to be detailed onto that level. This is what I'm going for. I want the whole world to look like this. Anywhere that you would normally walk, any pathways, any builds that I actually do, I want them all to look like this, and even better than this, too. Not like this. I redid some of the houses in this village, but I went ahead and I did this, which is unfortunately an iron golem trap, but I did this, which is like a burned house. So like a fire happened at this house, and now the house is all burned down and everything. Oh, in this texture pack, this is nether bricks. You'll have to get used to the texture pack. There's a bunch of different changes and everything. If you want to see the texture pack, I guess I'll put the link in the description of this video only. So if you want to take a look at what this texture pack is, take a look at this video only. Well, I guess any world tours that I do will have this, but this video in this series, but this video will be the only one for a good long while that actually has the link to this texture pack. The only reason why I'm doing that is because I don't want to have to, remember to put the link in the description of every single video I record of this series. So this link will be in the description. This is a pack by fWhip, or Whip. I don't really know. It's fWhip. WHIP. It's fWhip. So fWhip, I believe. I don't know, but it's by him. He did it all himself. It's supposed to be kind of like a Vanilla Plus texture pack, and I absolutely love it. It's perfect. Anyway, so moving along, this street isn't done, but we've got a handful of details here. Just quickly glancing over here at the docks. The dock kind of sucks. It's a garbage dock, and there's a villager that's stuck. We'll have to fix that. But it's a garbage boat. It's a garbage dock. It's just a little lake, so it's supposed to be like a little river dock. Honestly, that boat is too big. But anyway, this is going to end up being the butcher's. My brother was on this world, though, so he's got a little bit of a base in here with a handful of things as well. But I will likely end up having a handful of people on this. But so this is some planned stuff over here. This is a little wheat farm for the villagers. Oh, hey, it's a bee! Oh my gosh, they're so freaking cute. Anyway, but this is a little wheat farm for the villagers to, be able to have enough food to breed and everything. So they can do whatever they want with this farm because I've got better farms out there. This is the little fountain area. I'm thinking probably a handful of, vendors and market stalls will go kind of around to this area. Maybe, one right there and one right there. Maybe one right there. This is just going to be some other, building of some kind. And this, though, is going to be the church. That's going to be a very, very soon video, so be sure to subscribe and like this video if you guys want to see more. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell and everything. If you want to see this square turn into an epic-looking church, because that's going to be one of the next videos that I make. Probably not the next, but one of the next on this series. Anyway, so coming along here, we have a little pub area and everything. I've done a little bit of the interior of it. And we have some kind of little shop in here that, pardon the grass, but a little shop in here. And this actually is able, this has this little bridge that goes over to this building. I wanted to do that. Don't mind the telephone in the background. There we go, it's gone. Anyway, so as I was saying, these two buildings are actually linked by a bridge, as you can see right here. And that bridge is the only way to get to this little cove area, which we will be exploring a little more in a little bit, kind of towards the end of the video. But we have the mystical cave, which has, you know, some stuff, nether portal, enchantment table, we'll see all that later. But we've got, you know, some, like, carrots and herbs and growth going on back here in this little custom tree. This over here, now we're going to get into, real quick, let's just come along here. This street is by no means done, and I don't exactly know what I'm going to put here yet, but we'll get there in a second. This over here is the blacksmith, which honestly, it looks the best from, like, right over here. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. I absolutely love the freaking, the campfire block. You'll see me use it so much. Funnily enough, there is an armor stand right here. It's invisible. I'm still getting the hang of that armor stand data pack. But this is where the stone cutters and the anvils and all that stuff, all of that is over here. As well as my... Oh, hey, iron. As well as my... Ooh, I forgot I made bricks! I completely forgot about that I made bricks. Anyway, but this is my smeltery area. So this actually... Some of these buildings are actually going to have some functionality. So this is my smeltery area and everything. To my knowledge, I don't think there's actually anything back here anymore. But yes, and just so you know, yes, this village did have 2 blacksmiths. This is an original, you know, basic Minecraft blacksmith that I added onto. But we've got this big furnace right here. With some magma and some lava and some campfires underneath to create this smoke effect. And it looks so freaking good. Moving along, we have... This is the inn. This was, for the longest time, this was my base. Until I finished the castle off, this was the base that... this was my... It wasn't my starter house, but it was a house from very early on, and that's where the cartography table is. But this is supposed to be kind of like an inn. Think Skyrim. You have like the pub on the lower level of the inn, and then you go upstairs. It's not done, and then you go upstairs, and you've got all the rooms and beds and everything. That's kind of what I'm going for over here. And then this was the first street to ever be finished in the world. So we had all these buildings were the first buildings to be like fully finished and detailed. Well, aside from the blacksmith was actually the very first building to be completed. But we've got these banners. Let me show you. This is the banner. This right here is the banner of this city, which I think I have a name for it, but I don't remember what it is. I think it is named though, using a map. Also, I have a problem with a bunch of iron golems on top of roofs. Oy, it's so bad. Anyway, but there's actually nothing in any of these buildings, but it's the first street that ever got done. And it's also the way out to the back gate. The back gate goes off to a jungle, which I do plan on having a jungle village eventually. A custom jungle village kind of built up in the trees, as well as a kind of a jungle temple built in there. Now this over here is going to be my, like that's the blacksmithery and everything, but this is going to kind of be my barracks for the, like, the guards and everything. This is going to be the guardhouse. It's probably not going to be quite this big. I'm not sure what exactly I want to do with it quite yet. Whenever I first built this, whenever I first loaded in the world, we had a lot of mob attacks going on. So one of the first things that I did, as you can see, is I went ahead and built this big wall. It took a long time to build the wall, and it's still not done. See, this is the texturing that I want along the entire walls, this bits of stone here. And as you can see, that's not something that I've gotten done yet, but it's something that I'll be working on. But this right here, these are the first towers. They're the guard towers, and this is the main gate of the city. Unfortunately, though, I actually had to kill some villagers that were up there at the top of the towers, because I tried to get them down, but they might have died whenever I tried to make them fall down. I put water there, but anyway, they missed it. But so I've blocked it up with some gravel for the time being, but you can go up there, and I will be making like an iron door or something there so that, you know, you don't let villagers in or anything, but you can get up there. You can walk along the entire thing up there. On the turns, it's a little bit difficult, though. But this is the gate, and then outside of the gate, we have a stable, which this actually, we need to go ahead and sleep. So the stable, there's a bed here in the meadery. The stable is actually based off of a stable I saw in Elder Scrolls Online, which is, if you don't know, it's a MMO for the Elder Scrolls title, and it is really fun. And as a matter of fact, another announcement, you'll probably see me streaming that on occasion. But, so this is the main stables. We've got a couple of horses. In this chest back here, we've got our horse armor and saddles and everything. Some hay bales up there. We've got 2 horses and 2 donkeys. But this is our this is pretty much completely based off of a stable from Elder Scrolls Online, because I built a stable, a custom one, like my own design, and it just sucked. And along here you'll see I've got like this cart here. I'll be adding some more stuff like that all over the place. Ooh, excuse me. But as you can see, we've got these roads here. We've got these enormous wheat. This is outside of the villages where we're gonna have our like wheat fields. Like this right here is our actual real life wheat field, the one I'm actually using that has like water source blocks every so often and everything. Oh shit, that was almost bad. But this one is actually a fake one. This, I'm never gonna harvest it, because if you plant, there's no source blocks, but if you plant wheat on a area with no water source blocks, it'll still grow. It just takes a long time. Like, it finally is done now. But these are 2 wheat fields. And then we have, this right now has carrots, potatoes, and beetroots. It probably is going to, that's probably going to change to just being one thing. But right now I needed enough of all of these 3 in order to actually be able to make other farms later on. So that's what we've got going on there. This is our quote-unquote sheep pen. This is really a false sheep pen, because if we come down here, it's not hidden or anything when they need to. This is where our sheep pens really are. This is our actual sheep farm, is down here. We've got them all. We're working on getting all the different colors of sheep up in here, but we've got a whole lot of them already. And these are going to be strictly non-colored sheep. They're going to be like realistic colored sheep and everything in here. Moving over here, we have our meadery, which is actually using the honey from the beehives, which it took me so long to find some beehives, but I finally did. I found just barely enough, and then I made some actual beehives like these. And then I got them going. But this is our meadery. The idea is, in here we've got, think Blackbriar Meadery outside of Whiterun in Skyrim. It's kind of like a pub area, and then, but it still makes the mead, but it also sells it directly out of here, as well as carting it other places. But it's a honey-based mead is kind of the idea. So down here in the cellar, we've actually got a cellar down here. Filled with a bunch of, they're just empty barrels, but like quote-unquote kegs around here. I need to craft some tripwire hooks so that I could put them on one and act like a tapped keg. But if we keep going down here, we actually come to our completely automated honey farm, which is currently not producing any honey. Why are you not producing any honey? Weird. Okay, well, maybe I just need to spend a little more time around it. But it hasn't produced honey in a little while. But that's our automated honey farm is just down there. I don't remember who designed it. Anyway, moving on. We have over here our cow farms. This is my functional cow farm, and I need to breed these guys up again so that I can start killing them for food and leather. But this is my functional cow farm. At the top of that hill over there, at the top of these fields, I'm actually going to have a windmill. I'm actually going to have a windmill up there. I just haven't had a design for it. But going along with the kind of the meadery thing, we've got a honey-based mead, but it's going to have a little bit of other stuff in it. So we have a little vineyard over here. It's not the greatest vineyard. Let's see if we can kind of hop up here a little bit so you can see it just a little bit better. I want to use just these dark oak leaves, but I ran out, so temporarily we have some spruce stand-ins. And then we also have a little bit of a berry bush farm. So maybe the meadery is also creating a little bit of wine or something, or spiking it with a little bit of wine. I don't know. Some sort of thing in the mead making process is making it use the berries. And of course we also have the bridge, and this is the pathway out over to the spruce village, which really nothing much has actually happened over there. I've worked on it a little bit, but it's nothing noteworthy. Anyway, so the last thing I want to show you guys real quick, let's go over here to back to the mystical cave of wonder, hidden in the back alleyway over here. I do have some dogs sitting around. There should be 2 of them. I don't know where they are. The villagers moved them. But this is the cave. It actually looks really freaking good, although I think a little bit of that dirt might need to be changed, but maybe it's okay. With the mystical cave and everything, we go down here. This is where the enchantment table is. And if we go down here, and I actually have this put here so that zombie pigmen that get out don't escape and kill my villagers, because this is where my nether portal is. I'm not going to go show you guys the nether because I don't have a nether hub yet or anything. As a matter of fact, I was going to make one, and then it was announced that the nether update was going to be happening, so now I'm just kind of waiting. I'm only going to the nether if I need to, and I'll be waiting mostly on the nether hub, the nether update before I make anything cool in the nether, because we're going to actually reset it. Anyway. Moving down, this is the map room. This is one of the only things I've cheated in, because I wanted to find another village. That was the big thing, because I wanted to actually have, because I built, first of all, like, this is the main city. Glenhelm is the name of the city. Okay. But, like, so this is the pathway I built over to the jungle. I found that all completely in survival and everything, but, I decided I wanted to map that, and I went out, like 8 or 9 maps out from this one in every direction, just so that I could see, okay, is there anything of interest? Like, I jumped into creative and I flew around. Don't judge me. I just wanted to see what was out there. My whole point for this world is to do builds. Most of my exploring has been in survival. It was just kind of the cardinal directions so that I can get an idea of, okay, don't go this way unless I want to go over these mountains. And that kind of stuff. So this is where the jungle village is. I built these 2 bridges, and this is where the jungle, well, it doesn't exist yet, but there is, I did raid, it's like right over here, there's a jungle temple, and, the idea behind the jungle temple is it's actually going to be built, and turned into a proper big, cool jungle temple thing. And then over here, all these missing maps, I took these away whenever I went exploring. Whenever I made this map right here, I actually was able to find these 4 maps over here are where a village is located. That's the spruce village I was talking about that comes off of this map here. And we actually need to update this map so that that bridge exists, because that bridge is new. Anyway, but The idea here is, and the path, I did it all in survival, the path to it, everything's in survival. This is the only thing I cheated in, is all of these sea lanterns and all of this stuff. That's the only thing I like. Everything else, and again, don't judge me, guys. And anything that's properly, like, this is just the map room, okay? Anything that's properly in a build will be 100%. Oh, there's some ores in here. It'll be 100% made in survival. Don't worry, guys. Don't call me a cheater. Minecraft, you can play however you want. That's how I wanted to play. Anyway, so that is actually going to be it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, like I said earlier. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. And I actually forgot, we actually need to update this map too, in order to make sure that, yeah, the planned, those little planned houses and everything, and the church now appear on the maps. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, well, obviously, anybody watching this is probably new to the channel. So please subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next video. Later!